Easy rolls. This is a recipe we've made many times and love. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date. So the ingredients is going to be listed and how we made it on the screen here. Make sure you use a dough hook. We are fortunate that we have a mixer that we picked up from Amazon at an affordable price. I believe it was around $160 at the time, Canadian, plus tax. And it is an industrial grade mixer. We've been able to mix batches of bread up to 7 or 8 cups of flour, and we just set it on low setting and it'll just sit there and knead. We've had this mixer for several years now, and we've been very pleased with its overall working abilities and functionalities. Basically, we've had other ones in the past by a well-known manufacturer, not going to mention the name, that we've had to replace gears in before, and it was very unaffordable at times, and found the quality was lacking in comparison to this one. This was an industrial grade model, as I mentioned, and it's a no-name. I believe it was an import from overseas, and it works very well. We make bread approximately 2-3 times a week. We've used it for making cakes and icing and whipped cream, everything. This is a go-to appliance in our house, and it's definitely something I'd recommend for you to take a look into if it's something, if you enjoy cooking. And if you want more information on this particular product, please feel free and reach out to us so we can provide the details to you, and you can look it up yourself. Here you can see the dough is mixing it in there very nicely, and it's almost the consistency we wanted. You want it to be sticky but not runny. You want it so it doesn't come off on your hand completely, but you don't want it too dry either. So you want to make sure that once it is all knead after 15 minutes, you want to be able to form a ball with it. And you will see here in a moment on what I was referring to as being able to form a ball, and put it in a separate bowl. We greased the bowl to make sure it's not sticky, and put it in a warm spot to rise for 1 hour. Now, we use wood heat, so we put it on a high shelf. After the first hour, you separate it into smaller balls, and you can put it in your pot that you want to use to make your rolls in, or your pan. Now, the egg wash, this is the recipe that we use and have been very successful with it. It's 1 egg to 1 tablespoon of water. It's easy to remember. You can beat it with a fork or use a whisk like we did. We have a small whisk to make it easy to do, and it beats it up nicely. Then once you do is you take that and you apply the wash to the top of the egg, or top of the rolls, prior to cooking. So this will give it a nice tinge, keep your bun nice and fresh. And what you do is the leftover rolls is you seal them up into a paper bag preferably, or plastic once they've cooled. Make sure they don't sweat. So if you do put them in when they're still warm, leave the bag open to allow room for the air to escape. You want to let it rise, as I mentioned, for 2 hours in total. It takes about 15 minutes to cook, or to mix all together and knead. So add 5 minutes while you're getting all the ingredients, so you're up to 2.5 hours almost, and then it cooks for 25 minutes at 350. So you're going to be looking at 3 hours approximately, start to finish, and then let them cool down before you can use them as your burger buns or use them as regular rolls. If you want to use them as regular rolls, you skip your egg wash and you add butter to the top of them once they're out of the oven to give that nice golden